Well, hey, Generation Z, how would you like a reading from your metal dog? I don't know if how many young people want to watch me do a reading, but I want to know what your reading is. As I'm shuffling the cards, I feel like such a different energy from the one I felt for Generation X. It's a heaviness, and it's the Moon card came up. Um, the card of not knowing, of this is a heavy, deep sorrow in here that I feel. It's just very different. So let's see here, Gen Z. I picked a deck for you, for Hoxa Tarot. It said that it's the deck of your generation today. So this is going to be a reading about what is coming in for you, Generation Z, and from your Gen X Metal Dog reader. So let's see. I get to teach people from Gen Z, and I really admire who you are. So let's find out what the tarot has to say to you or about you. So overlying energy, wow, very beautiful and powerful. The Magician. You have all the tools to manifest the world that you want to make. Wow. I feel like you need to know this. I feel like you're not sure that this is true. And I just see like a young person, just all your crazy hair colors, all your belief in magic. Look at those wings that she has. She's a magical person she's outside of categories. So yeah, in the Magician, you have the Pentacles, the Cups, the Wand, and the Sword of Truth. All the tools. And you have the capacity to use them. And here, wow, from the darkness of winter, but also this historical moment, you can see that she or they are making things grow anew out of nothing. This is the magic of winter ending and spring coming, and the earth has always had the capacity to do this. But what I read here for you, Gen Z, is that this is also about you're anxious about the world ending. And the card says you have all the tools that you need to grow it anew. Wow. Okay. That's so moving. And you have to be patient. Temperance. And this is a time there needs to be healing and there has to be patience. And this is really hard for me to be patient. Getting temperance, being told, wait, just heal and keep. There's often an angel with 2 cups pouring water from one cup to the other. It's about balancing and finding the right mixture alchemically for this transformation, for this healing. Okay. Wow. All right. So we're going to pull 4 cards. And they're going to be about what's coming in. First one will be what's coming in. Then we'll pull a card for it's like the advice of like what to bring to this moment, to what's coming in. Then the third card will be what is hidden from you. And the tarot wants you to know. It's always my favorite card. And finally, what is your strength? What do you have to bring to this moment? All right. So let's do it, Gen Z. I'm feeling like how I'm older, but not wiser. I feel affection for you. I feel like I have a message. These cards indicate to me that the message that I'm bringing to you is, it's like the kind of message that an older person brings young people, but I don't want to be condescending at all. Like, there's a part of me that's your age too. And that is like receiving this message with you. Okay, let's see here. You are an emotional generation. You talk about your feelings. I can feel your feelings, my feelings. Like it's a mix of numbness and like rawness. Okay, what's coming in for you? 3 of discs. Shit. And this card is what's coming in almost every reading I give. Like maybe, say I've done 5, it's coming for, this is the 6th reading. 4 out of 6 readings, this is what's coming in. It's about building the new world. This is these people of Earth. They each have a piece of the puzzle. They're collaborating together to make a vision real. This is this magician energy. This is what's coming in, an opportunity to do this. No doubt. No doubt. I find this highly reassuring. What are you advised to do? How should you respond to this? The 6 of Wands. Card of victory. This is a little hopeful bird who has collected all of these odds and ends. It feels really like accomplished. And it doesn't make sense to the birds. You can see the other birds, they all have eyes in their wings. This bird is being looked at, this wearing a crown, full of inspiration, ideas, is communicating out. And then there's this hand that would represent like divine support, that is highlighting that this is a victory. But the bird's victory, I feel, is not recognized by these others. And in some way, like, it's this same energy of like having all of these things, and it's not totally clear how they're going to go together to make this thing, right? Because we have these 3 pieces of Earth, the new Earth, that are going to be brought together here. There's a flower and a dice, a die. There is a little money, an olive branch. There's a little nest. I can't see what else is in here. I'll hold it up to you with your younger, better eyes. You can see what's in that nest. I might be able to see it on the video. Okay. Now, what's hidden from you and the tarot wants you to know. Whew, the High Priestess. Wow. You intuitively know. You are the Magician and the High Priestess, cards 1 and 2. These are the energies of, they're very magical, very powerful. High Priestess, you intuitively know what is hidden, what seems to be hidden. Yeah, that's what this 6 of Wands here. It's like, you have all this stuff. Don't worry about how the rest of us don't understand how the heck that adds up to something and what its value is. Like, trust your intuition about what's valuable here. And your strength is Justice, 2 of Cups, young, love, soulmate, connections. Wow. It's like it's set in the South Asian context here. I should know the name of that. On another day, I would know the name of that holy place. This is like a ceremony. It's not a wedding to me. What it is, it's like a moment of recognition between 2 people who are recognizing one another as equals. It's a deep sense of justice. It is cups, it's love. And we can see in the water these lilies representing divine love. It's also there's like this focus between these people. I see his kindness and her. She's intelligent and strong. They're both strong people, but their strength is different, but they're respecting each other across this divide, and it's because they're coming from their hearts, the cups, and their emotions are out there under the sun, which represents like the light of day, and it's a very beautiful strength, Gen Z. It is what you feel like to be around. And you also, maybe this is like, I don't get it. you have a whole world I don't have access to. Um, my goodness. Okay. Looking at the bottom of the deck here. There's the Queen of Manifestation herself, the Queen of Wands, the Law of Attraction. She envisions, she desires, and she makes it so. It's very much like the Magician. And it's another tarot reader that I learned that from. Her name is Mystic Witch Tarot. There is the Star. This is wish fulfillment, healing. There's so much of a need for healing here with Temperance and the Star here. I feel that in your energy. This beautiful person watering this flower on the edge of a dead planet. That is so hopeful. And then there's the watching. This is you doing something that from the outside, it's like, and maybe because I'm from a different generation, like as your reader, like looking at what you're doing that you know intuitively because the High Priestess is here. This is what you do. You begin by watering the first flower. And remember, like you were in the business here of making the world anew, of growing it from the dead of winter. And then the truth, access to a very new truth. And like this bird, I can see that same brown hand, the divine, offering this truth. So like, that's the thing you know. Okay. Very cool. Let's see. Don't forget, you have all the tools that you need to make the world that you know we should have, that we should live in it, and that you have access to. It doesn't matter if we don't understand you. And trust your intuition, and what your gift is, what your strength is this sense of justice and being recognizing people across emotional different divides. It feels like cultural divides. And there is something about being a tarot reader from a different generation. And it came up, I did a reading for people born the year of the dog. And it required me to, like, every 12 years a dog person is born, according to Chinese astrology. So it caused me to feel the challenge of our differences across generations, but to feel how we're being guided to understand and to work together. And so we have this 3 of discs here. Okay. It's a collaboration. It's making this new world. What else? There's 8 of Cauldrons. Okay. 8 of Cauldrons is about emotional unfulfillment. You have 8 cups, but the 9th is missing. You really need that 9th cup, so you're going to leave. It's a spiritual journey, but it could be even a real journey. It's emotional on the level of emotion. 4 of Pentacles. I feel like this is other people, the people who are hoarding and controlling, and like the 4 of Pentacles is, this guy worked really hard for these 4 Pentacles and he's not willing to let them go. But because he's clinging to them, he's unable to have the infinite number of magic pennies that are out there. I grew up with a little song, love is like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. And I see both of these people are grabbing hold, and they're not happy. Interesting. Is that your energy or other people around you? That's a question. I feel like it's definitely other people's energy, but I also, from here, like working with Gen Z, it's like, what the fuck did you people do this for? Like, it's this consternation at what you're given, and you know, you haven't been here, so you don't know the story. You're taking a history class with me, maybe. Like, you know, I've been here since 1970, and I relate to this consternation. I relate to what the fuck? How did we get here? This is not enough. I'm not satisfied. So, and then here's change. Wheel of Fortune. It is divine change. You can see this new earth that you have the magician capacity to make real, the intuitive knowing of the High Priestess, the law of attraction of the Queen of Wands. This is changing. Wow. So this Three of Discs, what's coming in, is an opportunity to make something new with the support of the universe, the divine, to move away from what is just inadequate that people have been clinging to, like mine attitude, and there's this is it attitude here as well. So that's going to change. That's going to change, and something new is going to be made here in this collaboration. Okay. You are told to handle this new thing coming in, this change, this collaboration with the Six of Wands, which basically means victory and is quite interesting because this deck is really brilliant and weird. Okay, so let's clarify. Six of Wands. What do we get? Nine of Swords. Anxiety, being up in your head, insomnia. Okay. Yours or somebody else's. Six of Pentacles. Charity, generosity. It's very hierarchical. Hold on. I'll. Oh, and the ending. Okay. Okay. This is just. You have this weird packet of things that make sense to you. And trust that. Because everybody else is doing things in an old way, and it's over. The world means it is over. The world is ending. The world as we know it is ending. It's here twice. Okay? You have the pieces. You have the magician. You have the tools to make the new world. I feel like it's a burden for you. When I teach, I feel that. So maybe, is that coming in here? You feel heavy. So like the burden of having the vision and manifesting the new world that's a big job. A lot of the time, the heroes of our fiction are young people. And I feel like that is, you are young, but you have this heroic role here. And you have to be patient, right? Because Temperance is here. There has to be healing. Maybe it's healing you to... I see you healing in this way. Watering this one rose on this. It's like, what's that little French book? The Little Prince. It's like the Little Prince watering this flower, and it's very optimistic. And then we have the star here. And it's important that this person is naked in the world, safe, naked, healed. And then there's also this. I'll have to put this up here because it's such a beautiful image of Temperance. You see her from the rear view. These are her wings. She's holding up her arms, and she has this beautiful cloak that is coming off of her arms. It's a fairy. It's a deck of fairies. All right, so the world's ending. In some way, you have all the pieces and the skills to build it anew. And the High Priestess, this is what you might not know, but of course, if you get the High Priestess, it means you know it. But the tarot wants you to know, trust your intuition for sure. What else? Okay, this is work. This is a new art. It's a new skill. But it is everyday work. You got to do this work. You know that. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to take dedication, but it's work that you love when you have an Eight of Pentacles. It is a heart work. The Knight of Cups, cauldrons in this deck. And I see again that flower that the little prince is watering on the moon. And the tower boy, ending, third ending, the Tower. You intuitively already know and are already working towards, you're ready. You're in the midst of this ending. Wheel of Fortune, the world, now the Tower. What else do we need? Death. That would be the fourth ending. You already intuitively know this. You're already working on it, and you're putting your whole heart into this work. That's why you have the little bird that's collected all the weird objects, right? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And this is your strength. This is what you especially have to bring this young sense of justice and all the other things I said before. There's your High Priestess. There's your intuition again. This is one of your strengths. It's one of the tools that you have, along with whatever the Magician brought there. All the tools. A young heart. Just a lightness, too. It's a lightheartedness. It's not heavy and dramatic. It's young and fun-loving and flirty. You should get to be young. Yeah. And the Five of Cauldrons, this is a generation gap right here. This is the older guy and everything is over and he's depressed. And there's the young one with that Ace of Cups. Remember I showed you this Eight of Cauldrons. Here there's 8 cups. It's missing one and there they are in the end. This is what you have. You have this heart, no doubt. You're bringing it multiple ways here to what is the end of the world. Your intuition and your heart-based sense of justice, and that, you know what, you have to bring in the new beginning because you're just starting your life. I don't see despair here. I see you confronting other people, elder people who are in despair, who are feeling sorry for themselves, who are anxious and are trying, like this Six of Pentacles. It's one of my least favorite cards. It's about hierarchical charitable giving, that there's some people who are poor and there's some people who are rich, and that is over. Bam. And you are collecting all these things that are going to be perfectly right for where we need to go. And yep, it's beautiful. I am speechless by this Generation Z. So I hope that helps. You probably already know this. It says, so the High Priestess is here twice. It says you already intuitively know this. So trust that, and trust that you have all the tools, everything that you need to do this. It's just going to take time, and that's what Temperance says. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune says too. It's slow, and I'm with you. And I think a lot of us are with you. We're going to help. We're going to pull this off together. But things move very slowly, even though this feels dramatic and sudden as well. But the rebuilding, I think, is what the healing part is, what can take a long time. All right. Have a beautiful day. I hope this helps.